Stezo Radio is for adults only.
The Stezo Radio Show. The Stezo Radio Show. The Stezo Radio Show. The Stezo Radio Show. Well, it's that radio show where we go toe to toe. Hot topic, dropping knowledge straight from Chicago, and it's our point of view. So tell me what you gon' do. Drop a line, don't be lying, trying to get with the crew. Cause we be talking them facts, exposing them fiction. Man, it's so real that we be causing some friction. Probably something you missing, ain't no need to be dissing. Just relax here and listen, because we spittin' and sippin'. The Stezo Radio Show. 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 The Stezo Radio Show.
Welcome back. It's another episode of Stezo Radio. We finna get down to it. This is Stezo's one-on-one. I made fun of everybody. I really made fun of Shuff for sweating, but my forehead is kind of glistening right now. But we finna get to the intros. Go.
What's going on? It's Residential Young and Kurt. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at _KurtSI, Snapchat SI_Kurt.
It's that nigga back at the round table.
And that's a nigga with an A.
Not a ER.
I'm so tired of saying that shit.
That shit popping.
Kurt, man.
That shit popping in the street.
Catch me on Instagram. We on _small world.
Yo, this your man Flint the Pimp. Catch me on Facebook at Flint Stone. Or, man, you can catch me on Instagram at Flint_982.
You know Shorty in the building, man. Follow me at _Shorty got him.
And we got a special guest for this one-on-one. What's your name, sir?
Yeah, this the forever guest, Ricky Bobby. Follow me at Ricky Bobby 26 on IG.
Alright, fuck it. Let's open it up. Hold on. Let me take a sip of my special drink.
Your liquid courage.
Yeah.
So,
Cavassier is the drink.
You gonna kick it off?
I'm gonna kick it off. And this is, I'm taking a gut punch, son. Because, yeah.
I've been doing sit-ups.
All right, check it out.
How's that been working for you?
5 a day.
Taking a sip every time you get up. 1.
I don't want to overdo it.
2.
I don't want to show out. I don't want to be,
When then you gonna graduate to 5.5?
It's probably 6.
So,
6 in
Sit
the
up
morning.
and then get up.
Alright, Stezo, keeping on some of the topics that we already kind of discussed, earlier in other sessions.
Let me grab my towel.
You've been, how long you been with your girl now?
See that question right there.
Right.
Yeah, I told you I'm coming out.
She listening to this shit?
Bro, credit. I was sure.
I think what was it? 4? Go at 3, 4? 3 going on 4?
So, at what time at 4 do you feel is the right time to get married?
So, okay, the right time to marry her, I would say now.
Good answer.
So, okay, so if that's the case, when is everybody here getting suited up then, son?
Honestly,
I understand none of you niggas gonna be in my wedding.
no. Y'all most definitely gonna be there. I don't know about being in the party,
But I'm saying,
I don't want no big wedding party. You know what I'm saying? That's just me personally. I just want a great ass open bar. You know what I'm saying?
and guess what? That would be the best wedding ever.
Hey, I just want a great open bar and bring bottles just in case they don't have what we drink.
There you go.
But I mean, honestly, shit, we trying to get shit together now to make that shit happen. You know what I'm saying?
What's up?
Tie these loose ends up because, like everybody else say, I don't want to get married 2 times. I don't want to get married 3 times. I want to do that one and done. You know what I'm saying?
Even if it don't work, you still want to be one and done, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? And then, you always go in with the whole it's going to work. Right. So we got to make sure. We got to, iron our shit out. We got to have some more talks, Those whole, you sure you don't mind my toenails growing this long? Because I don't want you coming back. You know what I'm saying? 5 years later saying this the reason why you left me and shit, So.
Your nails was scratching me. There was fucking some sheets out there.
You know what I'm saying? And then that's a fear of mine, too.
Ooh, because that was my question.
Oh, go ahead. You know what? Go ahead.
Other than death, I've been someone in your family. What is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is that commitment. You know, being
commitment,
being committed to somebody you found out later on that you shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it's nothing against her or let's just say the person. It's just, let's be real. To be committed, that means you got to trust.
Yeah.
And I came up with MOB.
Yeah.
I came up with trust none. You know what I'm saying? So it's like to trust. We talking about with your life. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't wearing protection no more when you having sex. You sharing your money willingly.
Everything that's yours is hers.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Everything
saying?
that's hers is hers.
Yeah, so it's like that's my biggest fear. And it ain't because I've been burnt before. You know what I'm saying? I only had like one relationship before her, and that was my daughter mother. You know what I'm saying? So and that was shit early 20s.
So I think where you at is the potential to get burnt. Like, because you
Yeah.
haven't been burnt, you ain't built up that skin yet.
No, I did. You know what? I have. I think I was born with that skin because even when she did what she did, I just laughed. You know, I laughed and it was kind of like I felt relieved because now I know. Like one thing, me and the Most High, we got a couple of I call agreements. You know that I know he ain't got to honor, but I've noticed in my lifetime he has never let me find out before it was too late. You know what I'm saying?
Always right on time.
Exactly.
I agree.
Okay.
I think we had that same unwritten agreement.
So my next question is, in your lifetime, what is your greatest regret?
Damn, man, you know what? I think my greatest one, if I got to say it right now, as I sit here with it in my hands, is smoking cigarettes. Seriously, because everything else, I can't say I regret it because shit, I did the shit wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? When my man called saying such and such touch my mom, we got to touch him. All right, I could have easily said, "Nigga, I'm asleep." Mom's tripping, but I'm all right. I'll be ready in 10. You know what I'm saying? But cigarettes, that's my biggest regret because it's like I'm trying to do the healthy thing. I'm trying not to eat this, eat that. But these motherfuckers, right? You know, but these motherfuckers are still in my hands. So that's probably my biggest regret.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, as he puffs. As he puffs.
Right, as I puff.
As he puffs.
That's what kills
my
me.
biggest regret.
12-step program.
Shit, for me, it's been a
Bitch, you got a problem.
12-year program, dude. Damn.
Hey, so a lot of us have answered this question. You know what I'm saying? With Stezo Radio, as we sat here, we've all sat here with you. I think the Forever Guest has an issue right now because he was here before the microphones fell out the sky. You know what I'm saying? And he has a feeling about being a Forever Guest, but...
Can I address that?
No.
Okay.
No. I feel as though...
I think you
That
should.
was Stezo.
I feel as though this here round table is a combination of a dream that you had. It might not have been a big dream, a little dream, whatever. But I really want to know, like, is this turning into what you wanted it to be?
Yeah,
Like, I know
think
what
it
you want
is.
out of it. You stated that on many occasions.
I think
A
it
lot
is.
of
I
us
think
have
it
grabbed
is.
hold of that dream, but do you think it's turning into what you wanted it to be?
I think it is. And honestly, I'm gonna be real honest, cause y'all was. I mean, I got to get y'all a Stezo slow clap, cause I've listened to y'all 101s, and man, y'all was so fucking honest. I mean, for real, y'all was to the point where y'all was almost too honest. I was scared.
Short know how to lie, and he was slowing down because he wanted to tell the truth.
Yeah.
He was honestly, I'm gonna tell the truth.
Yeah. But honestly, it was like I didn't know nothing about podcasting. You know what I'm saying? Youngin put it in my ear because I wanted to do a radio. I just got tired of the bullshit music. You know what I'm saying? So I just really wanted to do a radio show. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to play our shit, you know, that we grew up on. But when he came with the podcast idea, of course, I had to Google because I didn't know what the fuck a podcast was. And I found that shit out. And it was like, okay, fuck it, let's do it.
This is a step in the right direction.
It wasn't even that. For me, it was more or less, well, shit. If we can do a show and get free food and free liquor off it, because we kick it every fucking weekend any fucking way, let's find a way to do that shit where we ain't got to come out of pocket for certain things. But then y'all kind of, you know, me being honest, y'all kind of made it seem like, hey, man, I had that nigga, I had Ancient, I had Remy, motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, Youngin telling me, man, we got something with this. And you keep hearing, we got something with it, we got something with it, we got something with it. You start thinking, hey, maybe we got something with this. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how that all just, you know what I'm saying, vamp. So now, shit, I'm fucking too geeked. You know what I'm saying? too fucking
I don't
geek.
think it's too many things I can show up on a weekend every fucking weekend.
Yeah.
Right.
This may seem like the He-Man Woman Haters Club, but it's not. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, how you doing, sir? You right on time. Introduce yourself.
Look at that, right on there.
Please introduce yourself.
What's going on? Everybody get Remy back at the round table.
Oh, yeah.
Follow me at Instagram at Remy_SR.
You just in time for the Steve.
Hey, I got a question from a fan. They said,
Oh,
they say, man, hey, you hitting in these streets, man. That's what you do.
Hey, it's
They
Stezo
were like-
Radio.
I don't come outside though.
Is he?
Your voice out there though, brother. Keep that in mind.
Do you consider yourself more religious or spiritual? And would you marry someone? Shit, I'm sitting there. Would you have to marry someone that have the same beliefs that you have? So it's kind of a two-part, I guess.
Yes. I consider myself spiritual with the same, and I got to marry somebody with the same beliefs. Now, with the same beliefs, if I had to say I was religious, I would say I was, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. Because that's kind of what I followed for who knows how long. Only reason why I don't consider myself a Hebrew Israelite no more is the more I study, the more I learn. And the more I learn, the more I figure out that it's gangbanging. It's always been the same. It's gangbanging. You labeling yourself. Like, if I label myself as just a Hebrew Israelite, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of limiting myself. And then Hebrew Israelites, they got their own sets. You got some who believe in Jesus. You got some who don't believe in Jesus. So now it's like, where you going to fall, left or right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel I'm more spiritual. And it's really coming from learning the past on, people of color coming to this nation. Like, we didn't have this. Now, you're going to have people argue that, yes, we did. No, we really didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of this stuff was introduced to us when we came over here. So, if you take it back, and then you got those that say, Egyptians, the Moors, you know what I'm saying? Now, you had Moors who were some of everything, if you wanted to label it. But religion itself was created, you know what I'm saying, by the Europeans. So, it's kind of like, I sit on the fence on it, and I feel it's better for me to say that I'm spiritual because it's not being safe. It's more so just being honest. How can I knock my friend who's a Muslim, who's a Catholic, who's a Christian, who's a Buddhist? You see what I'm saying? Because we ain't got the same beliefs.
After you love and respect
Exactly.
everybody,
You know what I'm saying?
yourself in that box,
Right. So I just look at it as I'm
cook
spiritual.
swine in their kitchen, they can cook swine in their kitchen, just not mine.
Yeah, because I'm not finna sit up here and down you for eating a pig and then rep my man for selling crack. You know what I'm saying? We are who we are. That's how I just feel.
Short.
I had a question for you. If you can go back to any age in your lifetime, what age would it be and why?
Any age, I'm gonna be selfish. I'm gonna say 16, because around that time I was a junior, and I think it goes back to what I do different, not change, but what I do different. Because about 16 is when the cigarettes came into play. You know what I'm saying? Because of the weed, I ain't gonna put my man out there, but Smokey told me, if you smoke a square after the blunt, the high lasts longer. And that was the intro right there. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But I'm high, so I believed him. I wanted this shit to last. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that'd be the age, 16.
All right, my question. Well, what's your favorite episode we've done so far? What's your least favorite episode we've done so far? And why?
My favorite episode we've done so far, it's a tie. It's a tie between Berlin Wall and the community. My least favorite episode is the first one. Now, I'm going to start with the least. The reason why my least favorite is the first one is because if I was smarter, I would have recorded it, listened to it, and then we'd have came back and did it better. Because if you go back and hear our very first episode, we sound so raw. We sound like that bitch on the pole. I'm sorry. That female on the pole for the first time.
That bitch.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Like, don't sound like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she popping extra hard, but she ain't making $9. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was real, but it was real raw. You know what I'm saying?
Green, yeah,
so
green.
and that's the only reason why that's my worst episode. You know what I'm saying? Because we was talking over each other. We was screaming. Everybody has something to say at the same damn time. You know what I'm saying? But I still love it. And the reason why Berlin Wall and Community, you know what? I'm not being honest. My favorites, seriously. Now I think about it.
I know what he goes.
Yeah, my favorites have been the Know Your Roles. Yeah, Know Your Roles. Know Your Roles. You know what I'm saying? But I still love. I guess it's a tie, shit. Because I've played Community and Berlin Wall probably about 5 or 6 times each. I think I got to a point where I was repeating shit on Berlin Wall. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, son? You ain't never been to Reds. Ain't nigga been to Reds. No, what? That is yeah, it's just that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Know Your Roles. The Know Your Roles. Because I think we touched on some shit on Know Your Roles that I don't give a fuck who you are. You could be 5 to 50. You gonna learn from them 3.
Yeah,
you gonna learn from them 3. Them shits was real.
So to piggyback off that question, of all our episodes, from your least, your best, is there one that is the culmination of what Stezo Radio is all about?
You know what? This gonna sound crazy as hell. Cause at first I didn't like it, cause we was kind of talking over each other. We had the background going on, and it seemed so unorganized. But I've played it 2 times, and it's the one we kind of recently, released. It's not like the 5 or 10 shows. It's the getting knocked out in front of your fiance show.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of that's the culmination of this group. You know what I'm saying? Because we started out with men giving their advice on stuff, and then it was like we got bombarded. Let's be real, bombarded with you gotta have a female on there. Some females got to be on there. That show had the females on there, and it showed like so many different points. Like when I play it now, it's like damn, like we touched on a lot.
There was not one topic that was shared.
Yeah, we touched on a lot with that one.
Everybody had a different understanding. Yeah.
So it's kind of like if I told somebody, hey, if you've never heard our show and you trying to get a overall idea of the show, play this episode. But if you want to see that we're not just about relationships, play Community. You know what I'm saying? Play, no bullying. And play, the Berlin Wall.
I like that one because I feel like I
All right, who next? I'm ready now. I had 2 questions out. You got the lick in me.
Okay, we can ask you this. What do you, Stezo, feel about the B word?
Word bitch.
Man, honestly, like me and that word, we ain't never got along. I do feel it's needed. You know what I'm saying? My feeling about the bitch word is I didn't use it because my older cousin didn't use it. Like, I can tell you stories. When I say older cousins, I'm talking about 4 people. That's it, just 4. A lot of y'all met like 2 of them. You know what I'm saying? But it's just 4. And every time, I don't care, best friend, female, they got called bitch, nigga, bottles got thrown, fists came out. You know what I'm saying? So I just always took the word as just being just too motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Too motherfucking hardcore. That was kind of me. But then I got older, I started dealing with females. I started to understand why the word was used. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I think I met more bitches than women. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I catch myself walking away before I be like, hey, bitch, I'm going to smack the shit out of you in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But I met more bitches than women in my lifetime just because of the, where we was going. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't at libraries. I wasn't at churches. You know what I'm saying? And then it came down to the point of when I started having a daughter, you start getting hit with that whole, you still going to use the word? Yeah. I'm going to use it when it's fitting.
You might not use it.
Right.
But
and then I think a lot of it had to do with the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of my favorite songs is Bitch, Ain't Nothing But a Word, Too Short, Ice Cube. I still play the shit. You know what I'm saying? Bitch. Right. I stopped calling you a bitch. I mean, it's just, too short. When I first got sounds, I didn't want to play nothing else but Freaky Tail. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't have to... I'm not a pro or a con with the word. I just think that sometimes, even on the show, just in general, we use the word too much. But what I try to tell everybody is, especially women, what y'all don't understand is, majority of the time, when guys get together, we are not using, woman, queen, the world, the earth. No, we just, man, this bitch had the nerves. It comes out. I understand it's offensive, but at the same time, I got cussed out for calling women female.
Yeah, it wouldn't be real.
Right, so I'm confused as hell. If I can't call you a female and get cussed out for the same way of me calling you a bitch, then bitch, I'm confused. For real.
I think a lot of our female listeners need to understand that we're giving you the opportunity to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Respect that fly on the wall.
Yeah, but respect that fly on the wall.
Listen through the things that you don't want to hear and pay attention to the message.
Right.
Like, we're not really trying. We're not going to be able to deliver you this message in the raw unless we're being open with how we deliver it.
Yeah.
And that I think that's the beauty of what, you know, Stezo did by bringing us here to do this shit every weekend, you know, for that simple fact. We allowing women to be a fly on the wall. We giving things from a male's perspective that's generally not being said, you know, because
guys that's arguing with what we saying.
Yeah, I mean, and they should because
on the Stezo Ray, like, they talking shit. That ain't for real. Like, they ain't denial. And I'm not saying that everything that's we saying is written in stone, but it is for us. Like, this shit we live. This ain't just talking out the side of our neck. We've been through this shit.
And then me personally, you know, because I get asked all the time, would you call your girl a bitch? No.
No.
But I wouldn't call my guys a bitch either. But no, I wouldn't. I really would. Like, she would really have to go to that point. But it's the same way I wouldn't call my girl a bitch. I wouldn't call my guys a bitch. Because me personally, I'm worth too much. I don't hang around bitches. Male or female. That's just how I've always felt. If I think you a bitch, nigga, you would fuck coming in my crib. You won't see my address. Why the fuck would I want bitches around me, male or female? You know what I'm saying? I'm better than that. Hell yeah, I'm conceited. I got a reason. Shit.
I ain't looked
So let me ask you this.
Slow clap, you ask me.
Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Once we get, because I didn't say you, but once we get to that 1 year episode, you know, that anniversary,
It's November, man.
where you want to see your dream at that point?
At the 1 year anniversary, I would love, like, my ideal dream would be we on vacay. Like, somebody loved our show enough to say, hey, you and all your guys, they got to come down to Quab. You know, they got to come down to Miami. They got to come to Cancun. They got to come to Belize. Whatever the fuck you want to pay to us for us to go, I would love for that to happen. If it don't... Stezo slow clap. Stezo slow clap.
He won't die. Hashtag forever guest.
Hey, but see, but you forget, Ricky Bobby.
The Stezo pettiest shit ever.
But no,
I fucks with you.
but you forgetting though, we hustlers. They don't know you a guest.
So then,
They will.
so then part two of that. So then, what are you doing to make that dream happen?
Man, lately I've been trying to get in touch with this motherfucking China market.
This nigga got a Stezo ringtone.
Oh yeah, I did do the Stezo ringtone, but yeah, I've been trying to do this China market, man. I was sitting there.
Stezo Beijing, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
2016.
See, that's gonna not get us. but no, I had read a Shaq book for the second time.
Said gum stuck to my shoe. He don't even know.
and Shaq had Shaquille O'Neal had made a good point. He was saying that I didn't know this, but he was one of the first NBA players to market China before the NBA. And he was like, China got over 1 billion people.
Somebody gonna love you.
Right, so it's like, I'm like, shit, I'm trying to, you know, let's see what we can do with China. But what I've learned about China is they don't have the outlets we have in America.
They don't have the internet like that.
No, they do,
but
but it's censored
It's
to a
crazy.
point where, you know, like for example, we on YouTube, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They don't have YouTube, they have what's called Yoku.
Right.
That's their version of YouTube. I don't read Chinese, you know what I'm saying? So I'm still playing with it, you know what I'm saying?
We need to get like little animated characters.
Yeah,
all of
you
us
know.
for that
You
to
know.
reach that
So basically, what
market.
you're trying to tell me is in China we're gonna be on the black internet, the black web.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
We're
man.
gonna be on the dark web.
And you know that actually, because I don't want to give Shaq all the credit because his book, but that actually came from Flint the Pimp's 1-on-1 when he was like, man, son, I'm trying to. If it was a Stezo radio, I'm trying to Stezo radio. That's kind of like, hey, well, why not?
Yeah.
You know, we got the internet. Why not?
Yeah,
Shit, they might like who we say. Shit, let's find. If they don't, then they don't. But let's find out first. You know, like that chick at the bar. I probably can fuck you, but the only way I'm gonna know if I say how you doing. You know what I'm saying?
You got any more questions?
Imagine how
you
great.
got a question for
Yeah,
Stezo?
yeah, man.
Well, you guys kind of
You gotta come. Go and get on that
You guys
mic.
kind of covered two of my questions, so I'm sitting there pondering another one right now. I guess, where do you want this to really go? As far as, do you want to expand the cast, or do you want to keep the same cast, or?
Well, you know what? I've been thinking about that because when I first started it, it was, I had my cast picked out, and Cuzzo was a part of the cast. You know what I'm saying? That was the set.
Sure.
Now we've all known that Cuzzo can't come through, as much as the rest of the people can. So naturally, I had to remove him. I didn't have no meeting, but I had to remove him from the cast list. That's why you don't see him posted like you do, because let's be real, he ain't been on enough shows. Yeah. I know he support like crazy. Right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, down the line, I can see the cast getting adjusted. But down the line, when it get adjusted, that's because we doing more shows. Now we're every day. You know what I'm saying? We not like right now. We do what we probably post 3 shows a week.
Yeah,
but now
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Right, but now when we get to 7 days a week, then yeah, you gotta adjust. You know what I'm saying? And my ultimate goal for this is for all of us to say we get a check off this that our jobs don't matter. That to me, I guess I can't explain the goal any better than that.
True.
I don't give a fuck what you making.
I like it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm saying. But see, but think about how it feel to go to work knowing that I don't need the job. Because that's what I want for everybody. I want it for myself wholeheartedly, but I want it for everybody. Knowing that your side job was your main job, get the fuck out of here, nigga. You winning.
Alright, I got one. And the reason, and it just popped in my head, and because you threw a shot at me out the blue when I did my one-on-one, I'm throwing a shot at you.
It wasn't a shot. It was a question.
No. This something else though. It ain't nothing like it's just one of them just regular questions. Exactly how long are you gonna keep the Grand Am, the vintage Grand Am with all original parts?
Hey, look,
how long are you gonna keep that, man? I want to know that.
Hold on, I got a story about this particular fucking Grand Am.
Cause it's the all original parts. How long are you gonna keep it, man?
I got a story about this particular fucking Grand Am.
Go ahead. Talk about
my
that Grand Am.
My whip was down, right? So nigga Stezo had to give me a ride back to the crib.
Mm-hmm.
We in the car. It's hot than a motherfucker. So I'll try to roll the window down. The motherfucking window collapsed. The nigga said, "God damn it, younger, you done broke my motherfucking window." I'm like, man, shit, I didn't know the fucking window was gonna fall apart on this motherfucker. He was like, "Nah, that bitch been broke, brother. I'm in that bitch sweating bullets. Like I gotta replace this man fucking window and shit." Man, when you gonna upgrade that bitch?
He used to always say that. Grand Am, all vintage Grand Am, all
original
parts.
everything.
So I'm
honestly,
it's a Lexus and a Grand Am body.
Yeah, like the Tempo was.
Hey,
but
good though while you bullshit.
Yeah, he do.
I think you give me that car for about a good weekend.
You sound like Remy.
That bitch gonna be.
You sound like Remy.
Hey, I'm telling you.
But seriously, when I was a shorty, like I said, older cousins again, they used to bitch about car notes. So I just took notes. I don't want one. I never want one. So luckily, you know what I'm saying, through the grace of God and my family, I ain't never had one. I paid cash when they got tired of their cars. Like, think about it. I'm buying from my aunties and my mamas. They take care of their cars. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, don't trade that in. What you want to get for the trade in?
Right.
Oh, I give you that. You know what I'm saying? So my goal was I want to be 30 years old with no car note. Shit, it's 7 years later. I still ain't had a car note. So now it's like, why do I want a car note? I was just telling my girl the other day, I ain't never got to get a car note because you know what? If I want a car, I just get an old school. It's some nice everyday, like because when you consider old schools, you consider the flashy shit. But think about it. If I came with a nice body SS
96 Impala.
or a 96 Impala, you know what I'm saying? Paid for, I'm getting fixed up. I can ride that bitch for the next 5-6 years easy. You know what I'm saying?
Still want 25,000 for the motherfuckers, but I
tell you this spot right now, get you one for 13 grand.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, again, no car note. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of how I see it. My frugal lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
That's that Hebrew shit. You know they kind of cheap.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
They black Jews.
Yeah. Yeah, you right about that. But I'm just saying though, that's kind of the truth. Because it's like, I don't knock nobody for having a car note because why should you? You know what I'm saying? But I just don't want one because now I gotta pay you every
You preach to
month.
the choir.
Yeah.
I'm 7 years old. I probably had 36 cars in my life. They paid with 2 car notes. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
and I see that through my
Need
guys.
all that flashy shit.
Right, I
man.
see them. You know what I'm saying? They stay riding, they stay living, they stay gaining weight, so they eating good. You know what I'm saying? And then, but I,
Losing weight. I'm starving. Man.
but I see it the other way too. I see guys who get car notes and they still, living. So that's what I'm saying. I will never knock car notes, but as long as I can get away with it, shit.
So,
I ain't
so,
mad at you.
so let me ask you
My
this.
first check going into your granddad.
Hey, that motherfucking grand gonna blow up, and Stezo gonna apply the motherfucking beam on our ass like
I don't know about that.
for about 5 years.
But Beamer costs much to keep the upgrade on, man.
Hey, you got a story about the granddad? I got one too. This nigga dropped a car. He brought the car for do a tune up, man. That nigga stood over me the whole time.
Well, letting you fuck up his baby, huh?
Nah,
He wants you to break now.
If you gonna cut that motherfucker open, you gonna stitch that bitch back together. You know what I'm saying?
No, you know what?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what's fucked up about that? Like, Ancient saying I stood over him. Me personally, I felt I had to keep him company. You know what I'm saying? Because he'll tell you that this back when the Bears fridge wasn't painted, it was upstairs full of beers. First thing I say, you want a beer? Want some beer? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I want you to be comfortable, and I just felt bogus. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my man. I felt bogus. Just okay, you outside on the car, I'm finna go inside and do nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just felt kind of bogus. Like, nigga, you ain't hired help. You my boy. You know what I'm saying? Because I'ma stand over you, but I don't know what the fuck you doing.
Steve came, but Steve ain't had no problem paying them parts. Like, you gonna get these parts.
Yeah.
That motherfucker gonna fire right up, gonna drive off.
And
I
then-
appreciate every time I see, man, that motherfucker real good. Thank you, bro.
Because honestly, I feel like okay, you're not finna. You my man's. You're not finna. When you go to the, how it is. You go to the people. You know what I'm saying? If my man say, "Hey, I'm gonna start of this. It costs $80." All right.
This was ancient though.
So let me ask you this.
Ain't put no bubble gum on that shit, so.
We all know that family is a big part of who you are.
Shit, who all of us are. Let's be real.
Real talk. So, what family member had the greatest impact on your life and why?
Shit, my grandma. I can tell you all that. Now, I should say my mama because I'm a single mother, only child. But my grandma kept it. Before I knew what keeping it 100 real was, that was grandma.
That's what grandmas do.
Right,
though.
grandma would sit down
I think
and
they
she,
fall into that fold.
she just broke it down so hard. Like she was like, yeah, like she didn't call Jeff Fort. She called him Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
She like, yeah, Jeffrey and your uncle will be in the house. I mean, she just was so, just, man, I don't know if you can do that nowadays. Like this,
stories too.
man,
My mama
dude.
tell me a story about how they started the Black Keystone Rangers on the back porch of her crib. And the
She
papa
say
gave
the
her-
same shit.
They probably knew each other.
Right. I'm pretty sure my grandma say the same shit. Yeah, they would come over all the time. I mean, she didn't care about how you felt about her.
Shout out to Reds.
You know what I'm saying? She just really didn't care. She said what she said. I would never forget. One of my aunties was dating this dude, and me and my cousin called him a wannabe drug dealer, cause this was like late '80s, early '90s. He had a Jimmy sitting on hammers. You know what I'm saying? You remember back then, Jimmy on them hammers. So he had a Jimmy sitting on hammers, but he wasn't really doing it. And my right, and my grandma called him the paper boy. and we sitting at at like Thanksgiving, right? We sitting at Thanksgiving dinner, whatever. And Granny had the false teeth, so she eating corn and her teeth fall out. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna say his name, but he made a comment. See, look at your teeth. You know what I'm saying? Grandma with no teeth in her mouth. She said, yeah, but I can pick my teeth up. Can you do the same with your money?
Damn.
Exactly.
The
that was
paper
grandma.
boy.
That was grandma. Right. That was grandma.
Damn.
You feel me? That was grandma. So it's like
Treating his ass.
exactly.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Grandma ain't for none.
Yeah, I would like me and my little sis would come in. We had to call grandma. Well, grandma, we home. Like grandma, the reason why I cook. We used to watch Channel 11.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I cook, cause of her. So yeah, it was grandma. Miss you, Granny.
I got a question, Stezo. How old are you? Like 30?
I'm 37.
37.
Yeah, I didn't march with Malcolm.
Okay, right. No. I ain't seen them type of shots, man. If there's anything that, if there's anything that you can tell to your, let's say 27-year-old self, we gonna go 10 years back. What would it be?
Well, shit, if we only going 10 years back, I don't know. I mean, 10 years ago, I was kind of good. But you know what? I guess to be selfish, if I could go 10 years back, I'd probably tell myself to learn about stocks then. Because I was interested, but I didn't really follow it like now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't follow investing my money. Because at 27, you're knocking on 30. You know what I'm saying? So you figure 10 years ago, you're talking what? 2006? You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of shit going on. But it was I was kind of, learning more. I've always felt that in America, depending on how you came up as a black male in America, you don't really start learning about you until you're 25. You know what I'm saying? Because you can go to college, you can do whatever you want to do, but you still have a certain way that you live. You know what I'm saying? And shit, y'all was there. When we was in our early 20s, all we did was club. Like, we'll holler broke, but we had money for them clubs. We had money for them clothes. We had money. I mean, nigga, we used to pay $20 to park, $20 to walk into a spot, $5 to check our coats, and then go in there and get drunk off beer that cost $5 per bottle.
That was a Jaguar.
You feel me? And we did that shit on a regular basis. It wasn't like, when I say regular, I'm not talking about every weekend. I'm talking every day. Like, we had a spot on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It got to a point, Remy, where we took over spots.
Well,
we took over timeout.
That's how I roll.
That's kind of what it
Right, we took over the bowling alley.
That's how I roll.
But think about it though.
Yeah, I did.
If we can go back when we took over timeout in the bowling alley, we should have took it over to the point where, hey, we bringing our guys, we need more off our bill. You see what I'm saying? Because all we did was bring them money. You see what I'm saying? So looking back on that, oh hell yeah, 27-year-old me off this here, nigga, no, you will not get a game night at timeout unless I eat for free for the next 3 months.
And that's something personally that I can appreciate since starting Stezo Radio and getting to know all y'all. You know, me being 24, and I'm sure Short can say the same thing. I've learned a lot just sitting here. Like I feel like I got a leg up on the game where when I hit my 30s, late 30s, early 40s and shit, I'm already knowing what I need to do, and I'll just take that from y'all.
You welcome, nigga.
Yeah.
Leave it to that nigga. Don't sign my check to Ancient Kurt. Sign it out to, my name.
True.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what? That's how it should be. And I've always personally felt that my generation fucked up and fell off on that. Because when we came up, we had dudes from the 80s. I don't give a fuck if they was selling dope or doing it legit. But dudes from the 80s, they shared. You know what I'm saying? We came up in the 90s in high school, and we kind of built this. Yeah, I got to do for me. I got to have my circle, but I got to do for me. And we didn't really share with the youth.
The me generation.
We kind of came up in a time when niggas showed off for other niggas.
Yeah. So it. I mean, think about it, Ancient. It cut us off from sharing because you couldn't really share with motherfuckers no more because everybody was telling. Yeah. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what? To protect me, that whole CYA, cover your ass, I'm going to keep my shit with me.
Myself, right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that shit just kind of stretched for like another 5 to 8 years to where we didn't share shit.
Yeah, you looked up and
Okay.
you just had your circle. Your little circle.
That raises another question. Do you feel as if y'all generation is the current reason for a lot of the bullshit that's going on?
Yeah, I do. I do.
I don't.
The reason why I do is because again, we stopped sharing. Like, we could have cut off y'all wearing these not you, because you
Right,
you know
yeah,
what,
yeah, yeah.
you and Short don't wear. Well, we could have cut off y'all wearing these gay ass clothes.
If I get Short to pull his pants up, I'll be alright. You know?
But no, but we could have
But
cut.
he gotta do him.
Yeah, because we could have cut all that off.
Nah, then they got on the belt.
He got on the belt. He got on the belt.
$300 belt.
Yeah, the belt costs money. That's what I'm saying. But we could have cut all this shit off. You know what I mean? Seriously, we could have really cut off all of this. You know, with y'all coming up in a way that y'all just saw shooting first. Like y'all generation just feel like going to jail ain't shit. We didn't feel that way.
Right.
We felt like if you went to jail, you fucked up. We didn't down you for going to jail because everybody get caught. But our main thing was not getting caught. It was a game with the police. If you want to be on these streets, it was a game. Like, you're not going to catch me. Nah. Ha ha, you didn't get me. My stash is not in the pretzel bag. You see what I'm saying? My stash in old girl who you let go because she was too young. You know, like, our generation did the whole, we're going to get shorties to move these packs. You see what I'm saying? And we never transferred that to y'all. Right. Because, again, we felt like we didn't know y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I tell you how I do, are you going to tell on me and get me locked up?
You know what else we did too? Like, we knew from past experience and watching the cats that came before us that shit could get fucked up real quick.
Yeah, because of one person.
Because of one person or one situation. And a lot of times, like, with my brother, my little brother, he 9 years younger than me, man. I did everything in my power to keep this little nigga away from all the bad shit I was doing. Just because I wanted him to have his own shot. I didn't want him to follow in my footsteps.
But that's what I'm saying, though, Ancient. I think we did it and we didn't tell him why.
Yeah.
And
you know what I'm saying?
To elaborate on that,
they benefited.
I promise you,
yeah.
my son, I was just thinking about that on the way over here today, that as our generation, we just sit our kids down at least once a week and just explain to them the fact that, you know what I'm saying, y'all need to do certain things in a certain way, because when we came up, it was different. Like, when we was kids, we didn't want to pull over if we got pulled over by the police, or when we saw police come, we ran because we had a certain fear of, like, y'all gonna put a pack on us or put a gun on us or something,
we ain't
you know what I'm
doing
saying?
Right.
But see, that's what we fucked up at, though.
Down to the fact that we just now learning the whole concept of how they was trying to break down the black family.
Nah, that's not true, Ricky. I'm sorry. I would never agree with that.
What you mean?
Because we knew. We saw it back then.
Yeah, we did.
We saw it back then that they were trying to fuck us up. We knew. I'm not saying you didn't.
I knew what they was gonna do, but I didn't know why they were doing it.
But it didn't matter, because back when you got pulled over, the reason why we pulled over a lot of times is because we felt that we were going to outsmart the cop. You know what I'm saying? We had our stash to a spot where you would never find this bitch. Bring all the dogs you want. You know what I'm saying? Because we studied the police. Right. You know what I'm saying? Once we found out that, you know, coffee can keep you a little safe. I know a lot of motherfuckers that went out and bought a lot of coffee. You know what I'm saying? When we found out that y'all didn't search certain things of certain people, like back in the day, you can go to the club, you'll get your banger to your girl. Because back in the day, they didn't search their purses. You see what I'm saying? We adjusted. And when we had shorties, we didn't teach them. Like, I don't think you can teach a shorty at 15 everything we know. You have to come through birth, like from 6, 7, 8. And I'm not saying teach them the illegal game. I just mean teach them life. Like, you can't take your son at 16 years old right now, sit him down, and explain how you know all this. Because guess what? All he see you as is dad. Dad is lame. Dad is here to stop my fun. You know what I'm saying? Dad don't know shit about these streets. Exactly.
I'm saying,
that's
though,
how I be
like,
feeling
on a sense that we knew that we had to do this because it was our nature. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now that we are older and we seeing that all this is getting exposed to us, we know why.
But that's my point, though. Now that we older, think about it. To get older, you got to grow. To grow, you got to have years.
Right.
Within all of those years, we never spoke to our kids. Like right now, I have.
No, I'm saying this.
No, I mean I feel you, but like for me for example, I have daughters. I have yet to sit my daughters down and tell them about pimps. I came up around them. I know a lot about them. Now, the reason why I didn't teach them about pimps is because I'm in my mind, hoping they never run across pimps. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like when you talking to your kids, you don't want to say too much because they may get fascinated with that life.
Yeah.
They may want to find out about the life. So it's a delicate line. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to tell your son how not to get caught with drugs because he may not be selling drugs. Because if you start telling him how not to get caught with drugs, he may be like, oh, okay, well, maybe I will give it a try. You know, so it's
I
like,
just gonna do what you said.
yeah, you know, it's so delicate. You know what I'm saying?
Though, like,
You can introduce your
as
kids.
at that age that we were coming up, we knew to.
I mean, yeah, I feel what you're saying, but I'm just saying that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how we came up. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how I feel. I feel that
At that age, you didn't know.
No, I did. Because I would never call myself slow as dumb.
No, I'm not saying that we slow, but we were just.
No, we knew because
in fact, I didn't know me personally. You know what I'm saying? I was in the streets. We was all in the streets. You know what I'm saying? We did what we did, but we didn't know that it was part of the white man's plan to.
But it didn't matter. We knew that if we get caught, we get locked up.
I'm saying now.
I get what you're saying. We didn't know the whole scheme of it, but we knew it was wrong. So
yeah, we did.
Right. So bottom line, we knew it was wrong, and we still did it. So it don't matter when you find out later on.
It don't matter what they grand scheme was.
We
knew.
I'm just saying now that we older, do we sit our kids down and explain to them the fact?
No, we don't.
Why not?
We explain to them that it's wrong. It shouldn't be a grand scheme.
But why wouldn't you explain to them why it's wrong?
No, you just explain it's wrong.
Explain right and wrong. That's it.
I mean, think about it. You don't tell your son clean your room because of A, B, and C. You tell your son clean your room because to clean your room is what you're supposed to do.
It's right.
You ain't got to break down that a dirty room brings bugs. Right. A dirty room brings... No. You say clean your room.
Because I told you so.
Because the motherfucker say, man, I can deal with bugs.
Exactly. Cause
I can deal with mice. Like a nigga say, man, you sell drugs, you go to jail. I can deal with going to jail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't give them the reasons why it's wrong. You tell them why it's right. And you hope that is enough.
And that's why I say my generation failed and fucked up. Because all we want to do is explain.
On my man, like I say, on the way over here, I just literally thought about this.
Right.
On the way here, like, my son's 16. You know what I'm saying? And the shit that we did, I've lived like.
But he not doing it though.
Exactly.
Right, so that's
this
different.
Why do we feel like we wanted to make a better life for our kids?
But you can't ask yourself that. You gotta look at it like your son not doing it. The fact that your son not doing it and you did do it shows that you taught him. Without teaching and sitting him down, you taught him not to do it. You see what I'm saying?
Just the fact that
you steer him away from
the same environment that you in, you did a good job.
You steer him away from that.
Yeah.
Now, not to say that your child, like nowadays, I feel like our generation was at the middle of the ripple when it came to the drugs. Like the 70s had their little drug game,
and the 80s had a flood,
and that's when the rock fell into the river. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the ripple that was made, I feel like the youngins is on the tail end of that. Like they still experiment with drugs, and there's so many niggas out here selling drugs right now. It's really not that enterprise like it used to be. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
But think about it though. If we would have educated the youngins, because they
got educated just like we did.
No, but they dealing. That Dare Shell's bullshit. That was us. But they dealing with different shit now because now. Their drug shit is not our drug shit. They shit is on a whole new level.
That shit come from the doctor.
That's what I'm saying.
That shit is prescription.
It's
right there ready for y'all to get.
They shit more man-made than our shit was.
Well, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
It is.
On this same topic real quick, I just want to ask you this real quick, Stezo. Now, you said now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think you'll be able to sit your 15, 16-year-old down and be like, this is what y'all used to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
But by me and Youngin being on this show alone, we've learned a lot from y'all.
But it took y'all to be 20-some years old.
It didn't even take that. But you gotta look at it. It took their lifestyle. Like my oldest is 16, my youngest is 13. Think about that. 16, 13, right?
You know what?
But if I talk to Youngin, you how old, Youngin?
24.
24. Sure. You how old? 22. Huh? Same age, 24 years old. Now, we consider y'all to be young, but if I talk to y'all about pimps, y'all got an idea. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My 16-year-old,
exactly what he said.
I'm not saying she dumb or naive, but she don't know what a pimp is. Because just like with Ricky Bobby, I didn't have her around that lifestyle.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but sitting amongst men and speaking real shit teaches itself.
Yeah, very true.
So
very true.
It doesn't matter if it wasn't these two guys. We brought two different guys down here,
Right.
And I mean, like they say, knowledge is power. So to be around real man that's gonna speak real shit, you will learn something.
And then with your kids, you're not finna do too much. Like, okay,
Yeah, I see.
I'm not even gonna ask y'all who can break down a motherfucking ounce.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's weed, heroin, or crack. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna ask who can do
All
it.
those are different processes.
Exactly. But that's why I did all three.
Not that he knows.
Right. No, yeah, I ain't got no. I got YouTube and Netflix. I don't know shit about this. But at the same time,
The Wire, Narco.
but at the same time, I'm not. I'm pretty sure I'm not, and y'all not gonna do that shit around your kids so they learn.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So that's kind of how I feel about that.
Right.
Anybody else got a question? And y'all, did I?
If I'm gonna do you like you do us. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this one up. And in part, I'm gonna give Stezo the last thought of the day.
Oh shit! I guess my last thought. I don't even know what my last thought to be. You know what I'm saying? Which
Shit
is-
kind of hard on the other side of the table,
Yeah,
ain't
it
it?
is. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
want you to focus on leaving our listeners. You know, we got a small community right now.
Oh, the listeners.
Leave our listeners with the thought that this is what I need y'all to spread to others.
I think okay.
This is getting inside your head.
But before you do that, I actually do.
I mean, honestly, if
actually
y'all
do
got
have a question.
questions, I really want y'all to hit
I
me with
actually
them.
do have a question.
Go ahead.
Oh, so no wrapping up?
Wrap it up, B.
The Stezo radio show in its entirety, from the first episode until now, a lot of the shows show the different dynamics behind what we do, and like you said, a couple of your favorite episodes is Berlin Wild in the Community. How do you personally feel about the injustices on blacks, and what would you think would be a plausible solution for it?
Man, I talk to myself all the time about that. I think one would be, like, the first step would be learning.
You answer yourself?
You know what? I do. You know what
Now
I'm
we
saying?
know you crazy.
I got about 4 spirals. Y'all just don't know. You know what I'm saying? The first thing is learning. Just learn about self. Like it's kind of hard to tell a person who came from a family of kings that you ain't shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you start looking at it like, wait, if I'm not shit, how they do? Wait, but you learn from us. Wait, hold on. So it's like that's the first step. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, learn about us. Like, stop thinking that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a fan of black history when it comes to slavery. I'm really not. You know.
Don't start that.
Yeah, I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of Stacey Dash, but like y'all was saying on previous shows, I get what she's saying, but I don't think she said it the way I want to say it. You know what I'm saying? This shit's fucked up our history. You know what I'm saying? For the longest, for whatever reason, I'm gonna say this. For whatever reason, we keep allowing them to tell us that Egypt is not black history. You look at Africa, it's a fucking dot on Africa. It's like Illinois or Chicago not being a part of U.S. history. So that shit gotta stop. If Egypt was that important and they were black and it was in Africa, like you're not finna tell me that Egypt in Africa had white folks. Yeah, they got conquered. It's a difference. They got conquered, but who started that shit? You see what I'm saying?
Who made it worthy?
Right. So
who gave it its value to want to get conquered?
you know what I'm saying? So when the Greeks came and they started learning all this shit like Plato, you know what I'm saying, and all this shit, Socrates, they learned from who? The Egyptians. So if we taught you motherfuckers, you see what I'm saying? But now you're going to try to separate, say, oh, well, you know what? It don't matter because when y'all came over here, y'all wasn't shit. Yeah, when we came over here, we wasn't shit. But over there, we was the shit. You see what I'm saying? So I think it starts right there.
I don't really look at it like we wasn't shit when we got here.
But
Like,
that's
honestly, we done seen some of our listeners comment on the fact that we degrade women and we knock white folks and whatever, blah blah. I don't speak about white people.
yeah, but we do degrade women a lot.
Bitch. Hey, I don't blame white folks in general. I really, like I said the other day, I ain't been too proud of my people. You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like for every step forward, we take 2 steps back. I promise you. This is reality of the situation.
But think about it though. If
But I get the whole, we are kings. We do come from a very prosperous people where we are the knowledgeful people, filled people. We learn things, we create things, we invent things. We got shit that's moving around in the world right now, that everyday things that you look at that you ain't even know came from black folks. But it's because we allow people to shadow what we do.
yeah,
Cover it
but
up with a black cloud.
but
You know what I'm saying?
I personally feel it's more than that.
But I don't think it's just white folks getting us.
No, but if you really thought that we were all this kings and all this and all that, you know what I'm saying, you would never allow to get overshadowed. Like, think about this. How can a king get overshadowed by a peasant? Seriously, think about that. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of peasants.
That's what I'm saying. You have more peasants who have more power right now. So down the line, the king loses his power.
A lot of kings of the past were born into their monarch.
Okay, but if you say from the past, explain the past.
What I'm
You
saying,
can't.
like,
Think
no, I
about
don't
it.
have no recollection of the past.
That's my point.
Right, I
You
get
see what I'm saying? But history didn't start when this country got built.
This is what I'm saying though. You can say that we were kings, but every king has a beginning and an end.
Right. But what I'm saying is,
begin again.
But what I'm
Kings
saying
that we
is,
used to be,
but what I'm saying is, we don't even know the kings. Forget the beginning and the end.
Right,
We don't even know the kings to
because
begin with.
we didn't decide to get up and go back home.
But it ain't even about that.
I think it's got a lot to do with
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people that came to America didn't decide to go back home, and they still know their roots. You see what I'm saying?
That's because they
I tell
to bring their roots with them.
Nah, it wasn't that they brought them with them. They were allowed to bring them with them. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not allowed to bring your roots, you're not gonna keep shit.
I'm also under the impression that a lot of us was here already.
No, we were, but that's the thing. We were here. We weren't slaves. It's a difference. See, because I got into it with a guy. He told me, he said, well, man, black folks sold their own people into slavery. Yes, Africa as a continent is big enough to fit the entire globe in. So stop thinking that Africa is that block down the street. It's big enough to fit the whole globe in. So yeah, you had people that went to war and you lost. You lost this war. I don't need you. I don't want to feed you. I don't want to care for you. These white motherfuckers want to buy you? Take them. So stop saying that blacks sold blacks into slavery. You see what I'm saying? Because that's not really the case. They sold their enemies into slavery. You see what I'm saying? That's why Africa as a continent never got conquered. Now, when they got together and they said, hey, it's a lot of shit over there. A lot of shit over there. We need that. What we need? Man, they got diamonds, they got gold, they got emeralds, they got rubies, they got all kind of shit. And to this day, it's still going down. Like, you will not have a cell phone working without the elements from Africa. You see what I'm saying? So let's just say that, blacks, because it's a big difference between black America and blacks. But let's just say blacks, owned all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I relate a lot of shit to the dope game. Why? I came up in that era. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of it logically makes sense.
Right. In the dope game, if you got product and I got property, who really has the power? You see what I'm saying? You got the product, but I own these streets. You got to come see me to sell on these streets. You see what I'm saying? You can have the best thing smoking, but it ain't going to smoke on my block if I don't say so. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. It's like, go back and learn. That's why they didn't want us to read. Like, everybody keep thinking that they didn't want us to read because we'll get smarter. Nigga, without reading, we still build shit. Like, if you a slave, the whole bullshit story about Eli Whitney. Yeah, Eli Whitney invented the cotton gin. So let's go back to saying we was never allowed to read and write. And we invented the cotton gin that made work go easy. Why the fuck would a black person make work go easy? How the fuck did a black person invent this without reading and writing? You know what I'm saying? The Nat Turner story. You know what I'm saying? He was special, whatever they thought. They let him read the Bible. He read that Bible, you know what I'm saying? And he took from it like, hey, yeah, I'm special, but this shit ain't right. Let's revolt. That's where the reading come from. You know what I'm saying? So let's go back. Everybody listening, go back and read. I'm not telling you to not be a Christian, not be a Catholic, not love that Bible, but go back and read. Seriously, you know what I'm saying? The Bible was invented in a certain time. Another thing before I close out, because we finna close out, I want everybody to Google BC and AD.
Yeah, them don't mean what they
Right,
say.
BC does not mean before Christ. AD does not mean before after death. It does not mean that. But we've been told that forever. Because again, we in their house. Learn. Just don't be afraid to learn, people, please. Don't be afraid to learn. I don't care if your grandmas told you to do this. I'm not saying they was right. I'm not saying they was wrong. But for yourself, please learn. Because what I'm seeing now is somebody can tell me, because I went through this. Motherfucker told me, oh man, your car, the Grand Dam, all original everything. The Grand Dam need this, need that to pass admissions. Really? Oh, okay. I called Debo. Debo say, man, throw some motherfucking rubbing alcohol in the gas tank and get this can of Seafoam. Put half in the engine, half in the gas tank, you good. Now, his, solution was a little bit easier than their solution. His solution cost me probably about $25. Their solution, $400-$500. I went with Debo. I passed the admissions. You see what I'm saying? For $25. So it's like, let's learn. Learn from it. He only told me that because he knew it would work. Which means he either went through it, or he read about it, or he studied it. He knew it, though. Anybody else got a question? I'm on fire right now, baby. You know what I'm talking about? I'm on fire. I ain't even sweating no more.
Nah, I'm fresh out. Everybody fresh out?
Yeah.
Alright, shit. Well, if that's the case, Stezo has escaped. I ain't got much of shit else to say. We'll holler.
Stezo's thought of the day.
Oh man, that was fun. We all had fun with our 101s. I gotta thank the guys for just being open and honest. Nobody came with a list of off-topic questions. Everybody said, no, ask what you want. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. That goes for Short, Remy, Ancient, Youngin, Flint. Myself. We was like, bring it. Bring it. Yeah, everybody may have been a little nervous about what the questions were, but I think that's just the whole, the unknown. I want to give a shout out to the fans. A lot of y'all been with us since day one, and we keep growing and growing and growing. That Facebook group page is off the damn chain. We got comments and stats in there that's starting at 50 to 100 comments. People are cracking me the fuck up in that room. And I'm finding out I'm not the only one that's petty. Just gonna put that out there. Julius petty. Parrish petty. I'm gonna put them out there. Rolling Thunder, EJ petty. Yeah, I see y'all. Yeah, a lot of fun. And the guys were talking about we need to do this again. We need to come back with a part 2. I don't know, part 2 or follow up, but we gonna do it again. And if you all want to participate, send your questions in. Just inbox the Stezo Radio fan page on Facebook. You could even leave them on a comment on the Stezo Radio Instagram page, or just send them email, stezoradio@gmail, stezoradio@yahoo. You can even comment on the SoundCloud, episodes. Just comment on them, just like YouTube. Comment on them. Everything we own social media wise is at Stezo Radio. Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram, Yahoo, Gmail, YouTube, iTunes. So if you got a certain question for a member, go ahead and send it. I will make sure they do not see it beforehand. Now, if you have one for me, you're gonna have to send that to one of the cast members, so I can't see it. That's the beauty of it. We don't want the questions to be seen by the person who's going to get asked. And man, that's about it. I hope y'all enjoyed my 101. They came with it. Oh, And for the record, we had everybody in the house. I mean, I don't even know the last time we did it. I think the last show we did where everybody showed up was the Community in Berlin Wall. 2 episodes that we keep getting inboxed on. I mean, I'm glad y'all really appreciated that show. And as you probably heard from the 101s, it's a lot of our favorites too. But yeah, everybody came to do my 101. I think they was waiting. Boy. Y'all should have seen their faces, boy. I'm talking about everybody had their bottles ready. Talking about boy, they was yeah, let's get it popping. You know, they was like, yeah, let's do this. I seen motherfuckers doing push-ups. I swear to God, doing push-ups. Yeah, they was ready. But man, thank y'all for the support. Keep riding with us. And if you haven't, please subscribe to our YouTube page at Stezo Radio on YouTube. We're trying to get our own page, a personal channel on YouTube. And also, you know, just send us a following on Instagram. We trying to get all these things up because we're getting a lot of no's from advertisers and things like that because they're saying, yeah, we see you have a lot of downloads, but you don't have a lot of followers. And you'll be surprised. They really look at these following numbers. So if y'all can help us out, you know, it's greatly appreciated. Spread the word to your friends and family who you think may like the show. Tell them to do the same, please. We really appreciate it. And we're going to keep doing what we do. Y'all keep coming with them topics, and we're going to keep coming with that real. Oh, before I go, you know, I just want to give a quick RIP to some friends and family that we lost recently. You know, of course, as always, TMB, toast up to the unicorn. I want to say rest in peace to my Uncle Eddie. You know, love you. Rest in peace to my boy Charles. He passed, you know, unknowingly to me. That one was kind of hard, I ain't gonna lie. And man, you know what I'm saying? Love your life. Love your family. Stay in contact. Stay close. If you ain't talked to somebody in 5 months, 5 years, or 50, man, just hit them up, text, inbox, whatever. Slide into that DM.